Welcome to the Speedway Chat Show hosted by Jerry Sims and Wilbur Hancock. We would like to say a massive thank you to all our partners that make the show possible. Make sure you like, comment, and share our videos. It helps get Speedway in front of more people. To watch the show live and engage with the guests, tune in at 7:30 p.m. UK time every Wednesday. Enjoy, buckle up, and get ready for an awesome ride.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday afternoon and we have another Speedway Chat Show. Tonight I'm here on my own. There is no Wilbur Hancock. The little shit has gone snowboarding. So I'm not so happy about that. But also, as you can see, I've changed the angle of where I'm presenting the show from, just so Ashley Holloway doesn't give me a load of hassle about not looking into the camera. So even when I'm looking at the computer like that, I still look like I'm kind of looking in the camera. So tonight we are going to talk to the young riders that have all entered this competition to win a Speedway bike. I've got the bike in my garage. It's all in bits. We're going to send some bits away. We've been sent some parts and then we'll put it all back together. And hopefully one of these guys, whoever has been working the hardest to get themselves and Speedway out there to the masses, will come up with this bike. As some of you may have seen, this week they've all done like promotional videos, and they've done promotional videos sort of like to promote themselves and introduce who they are. Love to hear what you thought of those videos. Get in the comments below. Just tell us, which one you thought were good, if they could improve. Don't hold back. This whole process is here to sort of improve the boys and get them, where they need to be. So let them know what you think. So I'm not seeing any comments in. Can some people comment just saying where you are and what your where you're watching from? That would be great. So I'm going to introduce. Who do I bring in first? Let's bring in Dan Jokes. Hi Dan, how are you?
Evening, Jerry. How are you?
I'm bringing Jordan as well. There we go. We've got Jordan, Ben Trigger, Archie Freeman, and Nathan Ablett. How are you, boys? You all good?
Yeah, good. How's you?
You good, thanks.
Yeah, good. How's the week been? With let's go to this view so we can all see all of you. Mason Watson's not here tonight. He's had to work, but these boys are the last of the boys that are in for the bike competition. Hopefully you've all seen the videos this week. How was that process, boys? Let's go to Dan first. Obviously we're in a lockdown. We're not allowed outside the house for doing anything fun or go to work as about as much as we're allowed to do. Producing a video to sort of say who you are and what you're about and not being able to go out and ride, not easy.
No, definitely not. I just want to start off by saying a quick thank you to my sister who quickly went and got some headphones for me. Big shout out to her because apparently putting headphones in a washing machine it's not great for them. But anyway, so thank you to my sister. But no, it's hard because you can have as many plans as you want in a normal world. But obviously at the moment we're not living in a normal situation. So at the end of the day, you've got to make the best of what you can, and you've got to work with what you've got. And I think it's definitely something that we done for the introduction video, and we've got a lot of things planned for moving forward, and obviously I'll be doing an announcement on that in the next few days. So definitely be sure to check out my Facebook page and give us a like and share to all your friends. So big things coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing watching the process and seeing making Speedway great again.
So you're going to keep us in suspense. You're not going to let on to what you're up to.
Nah, I'm not. I can't let you on at the moment because there are still a few things that are aren't 100% set down in paper at the moment. But look, it's some very exciting things are going to be happening. So like I said, keep watching on my Facebook page and all my social medias, and you'll see the exciting things that are coming up.
Cool. Let's go to Jordan. Jordan, how do you find making your promo video and this whole experience of doing the Speedway Chat Show competition?
For sure. Obviously, as Dan said, it's a completely different ball game at the minute with everything that's going on in the world. So a little bit difficult, but yeah, found ways to get around it, contacted new people, and done a bit of research. To be honest with you, before this year, I wasn't heavily into doing all my social media, and definitely the winter has helped me reflect on, or the past year has helped me reflect on what I do need to be doing. And yeah, I got in touch with some people, as I said, and they helped with a bit of guidance, as well as yourself, Jerry, which is greatly appreciated. And the people that were helping me with my media before, and different people with various amounts of knowledge, has just given me a bit of guidance as to what I need to be doing. And that was the first video I've actually put together, and just myself, from looking back at it, I know there's a few mistakes, and again, we do things to learn from them, and I can put that into the next one, and then the next one's already underway, and just I don't want to just bombard a load of stuff together, and yeah, I just want to do a slow progressive updates and what's happening behind the scenes, and I've just got some new people on board to help cover my media, and just push my name out there, as well as Speedway in general, I guess.
Cool. That was pretty much the whole theory behind doing this, getting you guys to do a video. You're Speedway riders, you're not media companies, you're not videographers and things like that, but without actually going out there and doing your first video, how are you ever going to, you're never going to know where the mistakes are and things like that, and things you do better for the next time. So hopefully we'll get the process going. We'll do we'll do more videos, and by the time it comes to the start of the season, you boys are all going to be in a good place where you're going to be getting your camera in the right position and your lighting's correct. So just before we come on live, Jordan phoned. He was on here, and he's like, "I've got something in my car. I could sucker my phone to the side of the workshop or something." And he run off, and he's got boxes and trying to find somewhere to sit, stuff like that. But that's the right way to be. It is that off-camera angle or being in bad lighting can sort of ruin a video. So it's all good. Right, here we go. We'll go with Ben Trigger a second. Here we go, Ben. How are you, Ben? You good?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Wonderful. How was your experience making your little intro video? You've had some hits on that video, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had a few hits. Obviously, all the support's blown me away with so many views and likes and shares. But obviously, it's kind of hard filming, because I was doing it all on a table that my mum wasn't very happy with, because it was a very expensive table. But obviously, my sister was editing on her phone, and we were all repeating it together. I think I shot it about 7 times trying to get it right. But we're just trying to piece it all together and use the resources that we're limited to. So yeah.
Have you got big plans for the next video? Are you going to do another one?
Well, there's a lot of behind the scenes work going on, trying to get videos out here and there. Obviously, I had one go up at 7 about fitting, my diets and nutrition and stuff, trying to push out local companies as well, which I want to do as well. Obviously, try get partnerships so that I can boost myself and other companies. And then obviously, once I get used to that, then hopefully I'll go for bigger sponsors and get sponsored by bigger things like Monster and things like that. So and obviously trying to make funny videos that people might be more interested in than watching someone go out and buy fruit and veg. So obviously I'm trying to get as many videos that people like and enjoy. So that's mainly what I'm trying to do.
Cool. Right, here we go. Let's go to Archie. How are you, Archie? Good?
Yeah, I'm good. How's you?
Wonderful. You sound really excited.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired. I can't lie, but yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. So you contacted me the other day, and you were like, I've had a break from social media, and I'm back on it now, and you chucked your video in like last minute, couple of days, but done right. You happy with it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was happy with the video. Obviously, first try was difficult. Not having someone to actually start the questions off for you and help you, guide you in the way at the beginning was a bit of a task for me. I think I ended up recording like 35 minutes. But I reached out to Martin Hunter, who edited the video. So a big thank you to him. He managed to shorten it down to 6 minutes. So yeah, it was cool. It turned out okay, I think.
So you know what you do change for next time?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and make it more straight to the point, faster, less dragging on. I'm probably not the best person to interview. I'm not the best hot thinker. I think that's probably
right. Well, if you know what you're gonna say, then you should be okay. But like I said, this is whole process is all about. Is finding out what works for you and what doesn't. I think I spoke to a few of the boys, and they're all struggling with actually having any footage of them racing.
Yeah.
Or even just riding. So.
Riding is it's a bit of a miss for all of us, I think. Normally I keep myself occupied like down at Scunthorpe doing the amateur meetings and the practice day. But also with COVID, it's a lot more of a task to try and keep yourself occupied and keep your mindset with tasks because it's very easy to slip away and lose concentration. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the racing start. When we get back to racing and even just practicing and seeing what you've achieved in the last month or so with those videos. When you haven't had the opportunity to go out and get footage that you need for the video, you've had to rely on the stuff that you've had before, and some of you really had very, very little. So I think it's a great achievement from all of you. So let's just get Nathan in as well now. Hey Nathan, how are you? Good?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks, Jerry. How are you?
Wonderful. How's the video making process for you?
Yeah, pretty similar to the rest of the boys. I think we struggled with, we've all got really limited footage. I think, so finding the clips to put in and quality videos really was the tough bit. But no, I really enjoyed it.
So have you got any ideas of what you're going to do next? Have you got any plans for another video or like a?
Yeah, well, hopefully when we're back riding, I can get some more, some proper clips done and some real good footage of me riding and other things. Whereas you couldn't have that with the resources we had right now in lockdown. That I couldn't do that. So hopefully, some more clips and better. Hopefully, different things.
I think the signal went a little bit there, but I think we got the gist of it. Yeah. Apparently, Kelsey Dugard says you need to have a shave. What is that?
Oh dear.
There we go. So get your questions in, guys. If you want to ask these boys anything, I just want to say a massive thank you to Andy Smith. So I don't know if any of you seen the show that we did with Andy the other day about all the stories, the things he got up to, and he found out about this bike project. And he sent me, he hasn't turned up yet, but Andy sent me, I think, over £700 worth of bike parts, which is to go on this bike. So, got new throttles and things like that for the bike. So I can't believe his generosity. He's blown us away with that. So, that should be here tomorrow, I think. But massive thanks to Andy Smith for
all he's doing and helping with that. You know, there's lots of other people behind the scenes, and I'm going to start putting the logos and stuff of all the people that are helping, because it doesn't help. It doesn't happen without them. So, so has anybody got any ideas of things that they want to achieve? You know, whether it's logistically possible yet, or have you seen anybody on other motorsport disciplines that you're like, oh, that'd be quite cool to do something like that? Or
I think, you know, when you're thinking of making videos, obviously you initially think of going to YouTube. I think that's where majority of all the videos are filmed. So I think you look at all the people in motorsport who were doing well on the social media side, and you think of the Deegans, you think of the Craig family, people more in the motocross side of things. You know, I think they're doing it really well. And are people that are kind of set in the way in terms of the content they're filming and the hits that they're getting, because obviously, you know, something that we've been working on, as you know, Jerry's been talking to us about it, is the social media takeover in the last few years. And I think, you know, if someone like Brian Deegan's son Hayden, or even when it comes down to Christian Craig's son, I think it's can't quite remember his name. But they're worth more to a sponsor or the general public than what someone who may be at a similar level, but because they haven't got the social media, the amount of fans or followers, they're not able to the opportunities that someone like that is.
Yeah, for sure. I got a friend of mine. He did a video a couple of years ago now, and I'll just bring this up just so people can see it. This is, I think it's this one here, is Jared McNeil, and he has, oh, you can't see it, can you? So that video, 2 seconds, it's going to start playing in the background now. That video is Jared McNeil. Now, he has done that with that dog, and I don't know if you could tell or if you noticed. I'll just go back. Here it is. It's here. I don't know if any of you noticed, but where is it? Here we go. No, we'll fast forward a little bit. It's not a real dog. So everybody kicks off about this video. It's got over 1 million views, and it was never a real dog. You know, he had animal rights people.
You've just exposed him. You've just exposed him now, Jerry.
No, he talks about it in the comments, because he literally had animal rights people kicking off, going crazy at him because it was animal cruelty and he shouldn't be putting his dog's life in danger and this, that, and the other. And it's like, just go back and watch it, because it's actually just a cuddly toy, you know. But those sort of things that's going to cause like mayhem when people are like, oh my god, like you could say Ben Trigger got his nephew or something and strapped him to the front of him and rode Speedway. It's so irresponsible, but actually it was just a baby or something, you know, like a toy baby thing. So yeah, it's definitely, there's so much you can do out there. The other thing that I was looking at earlier, I tried to get this up just for you guys as much as anything, you know. If you go to, this is another friend of mine. He has a started a company called Donut Media. Now, Donut Media is a car thing in America, but they go through, like, if you look at the topics of what they're talking about, they're like hardcore race, like drifting and things like that performance cars. But some of the headlines of the videos that they're doing actually aren't relevant to that at all. And that's just to get more people coming to have a look at what they are, having a look at what they're doing. Sorry, I just add this to the stream here. So these guys are talking about random stuff that's not really relevant to, what their core thing is. But what they're doing is they're attracting people from other places that aren't, for instance, if it was Speedway, people that aren't interested in Speedway are now going to see these videos because of the content that they're making. And I think something like, where Jared's got the dog sat on his lap while he's jumping 75 foot through the air, people kick off. It got over 1 million views. It had 100,000 likes, and it was all down to, it was all down to a silly sort of idea. So have any of you guys got any other ideas of like something that you think could go viral? I know Dan's, I spoke to Dan the other day on the messenger about it, but and he doesn't want to let on just yet, which is understandable. I think it's a good one. But anybody else?
I've got to wait for confirmation yet, because obviously I don't want to do it and get caught. I'll be on the headlines for definitely the wrong thing,
the wrong reasons.
Yeah. It's a way to get your name out there, but not maybe not for what people like.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's definitely something. I don't want you guys all turning around going, "Oh yeah, Jerry from the Speedway Chat Show, he told me to do it," and then you'll get arrested for doing something you shouldn't be doing. It's definitely, make sure that you get permission, and it's on your head if you don't. 2 seconds. I just want to I forgot this. So just to say a massive thanks to Ian Jordan from SP2A Speedway for everything he does. It's much appreciated. So, right, guys, in the comment, let's get in the comments. Let's ask the boys some questions. Anyone?
I've asked a few people if they could. I asked a few people if they could ask a question. So hopefully they're checking out the video at the moment.
Right. There you go. What does that mean, Dan? Kelsey Dugard saying something about the hub.
I have no comment. I have no comment for this for that question.
Here we go. Right. So thanks very much.
That's for over 9 o'clock, so we can't discuss that at the moment.
Yeah, we can't discuss that. Yeah. How do the riders aim to create a distinctive brand with logo and merchandise, etc.? So let's go to Dan for this one, because Dan's got all the branding and his t-shirts and things like that. So
I think obviously you try and be unique in terms of your branding, and I think that's something that I never really thought about up until I was riding National League, because obviously before then there was not really much point in me spending the money on the merchandise side of things until I was until people knew about me properly. There's better things to be spending your money on, but I think you have to be unique in the way you do it. So from a very early age, from an early time in my career, I was known as the Man in Black, due to my gear, and that's something that obviously the fans took on to me, and something that I quite like. So yeah, it's always been the thing for the Man in Black for me. So you'll see a lot of pretty much all of my merchandise is black with the white logos, or the white, my own logo white. Sorry. So it's I think you have to be unique, and yeah, that's my own real personal view on it. Really, be unique, and definitely don't be afraid to do your own thing.
Yeah, you boys probably won't remember, but like I remember Joe Screen used to have the tassels. Like that was his thing. Like it comes from a way further back than Joe, but like there ain't no one doing that. I reckon somebody somebody should bring the tassels back.
I think the first time I remember seeing Joe Screen, he had like the zebra print.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think that was the first thing that I remember him doing. But
yeah, here we go. Let's get Jordan on. Jordan, your kit's all looks pretty good. You got your branding and your logos and things. What's your question?
Whoever gives me support, I always try and give them the recognition they deserve. Like whether it's through obviously covers on the bike, my suit, but this year especially, as Dan said, like all of his merchandise and whatever, I'm investing heavily in merchandise, and not only for myself but for my mechanics and sponsors and stuff to wear while they're at the tracks. So I always try and look at what people are into, not just what I like, because what I like most other people probably won't. So and they won't really follow
Tassels.
Yeah, well, I like them, not yet. But yeah, I always, as I said, look for something that other people are gonna like and that's gonna catch their eye and really stick out to them, because I think that's the only way that I can obviously get my name out there, as well as the people that are supporting me throughout my career. And as I said, with merchandise this year, I'm instead of just having my own logo on it and whatever, I'm putting all the sponsors' logos on it. I've just got my website back up and running, created a new Twitter page, got people to help me update my racing pages more regularly, just because I'm working so much at the minute and it gets a bit difficult. But I don't want to have to use that as an excuse as why I'm not pushing my name out there in the name of Speedway. So yeah, I'm just trying to put all the things in place and get my name out there as well as all my sponsors. And
just going off topic a little bit, can you just tell everybody what your hours are over the next few days before we come on the show? Jordan said like, oh yeah, I'm working 2 jobs at the moment doing like COVID testing and Tesco's and stuff. But yeah, tell them what it is. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I start at 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got to travel 40 minutes to the COVID-19 testing pop-up station. I'll finish it there at 4 and I'll travel back to Norwich and go straight into Tesco's for an evening shift, finishing at 11, and then back out to the COVID test on Friday morning at 8, and then again back to Tesco's for Friday evening. Saturday's just a short day, so I'm only doing the test 8 till 4. I've got a nice evening off Saturday, so I'll catch up on some sleep. Back for the test on Sunday, get a few hours sleep, and I'll start a night shift at 10 o'clock over at Tesco's until 7 in the morning. Sleep for a few hours again, and then another night shift the next night, and then I've got a day or two to swap it back to normality before I've got my next 4 days on for the testing. So busy, but again, there's nothing else we can really do at the minute, so I need to be busy, earn some money and reinvest.
Yeah, for sure. It's dedication there. Let's have a look. Apparently Mark Simmons used to wear tassels. It says more about Mark than it does the tassels, I'd say. Is this your mum, Archie?
Unfortunately. No, I'm joking.
Unfortunately. What stage would you start with merchandise? I mean, it's completely down to you, I suppose. You know, when you feel that you're ready and you've got people that are going to want to wear your stuff, and it's never too early, I'd say.
No, that's the thing. But then at the same time, like whenever I was racing in the British Youth, obviously I used to have my sponsors on my suit and Kevlars on my covers as well. But there's not really a big fan following, if you know what I mean. You get the supporters that will go up and down the country to watch the youth, but it's a totally different kettle of fish to go into a National League meet and a Championship, Premiership meet, an individual like senior titles. So you've always got a lot more fans there. I think once I got to the stage of like signing for Mildenhall in my first year, I then went out and I found someone to do me some merchandise. But as I said, that was only with my logo on it. And this year I stepped it up a gear and just trying to get the recognition that people deserve, as I said. But I don't think I don't know, it's hard to say if it's too early or too late. But whenever, I guess, if you can. It's not only just to get your name out there, it's a way of putting a few quid in your pocket as well. If you can buy a load of merchandise and sell it to all your fans, and that's not only pushing your name out there at different tracks and things like that, but you can also make a few quid while doing it, if you know what I mean. So there's various
Prop up the racing.
Yeah, that's it. Always go back into the racing.
For sure. And let's go to Archie. Archie, you got is that race kit that you got on there? The stuff that you're wearing now?
This is quite an old one. Obviously, I've got all my sponsors on, but it's quite an old one. Obviously, had the pajamas.
How big was it when you first bought it then?
Oh no, it's I mean, it still fits.
All right.
But this one's obviously quite an old one. This is 2019, the 2020 season, but I don't think we see much point in spending money on merchandise that year. Obviously, the amount of I would say we didn't expect the season to be expensive as it was. Thinking, if it starts midway through the year, then that's only half what I pay. But it turns out they were there riding week in, week out, like every week, back to back, which mounted up in the end to probably more than the full season probably would have cost.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go to Nathan. Nathan, how's your branding, logos, merchandise? Are you doing any of that?
Yeah, we're just about to get some more merchandise made for this season. Obviously, having the year off last year. Yeah, I think as some of the others said, it becomes more important when you start racing in leagues and you get the opportunity to get your sponsors and people out there more. When you're racing the British Youth Championships, I think as Jordan said, you're not gaining any exposure really to brands and people sponsoring you and your own name. So I think now, especially in the leagues, it's an opportunity now for us where we can help push ourselves and the people helping us out there. Yeah,
I've noticed like you, Dan, and Jordan especially, and Ben, I suppose, like your logos and stuff are all like match all the colors of your bikes and things like that. Like that brand is throughout your bikes, your Kevlars and everything.
So I think it's important to have something like that. I think where someone sees it and immediately they can relate it to you. Your colours on your bike, which I changed my colours a few years ago. So for that reason, so I help myself stand out and become recognisable. You look at Four Riders on the track, and I wouldn't stand out. I wasn't easily identified really. So yeah, I think that's really important.
For sure, yeah. And going back to the merchandise thing, like even you boys aren't making thousands of pounds on these merchandise things, but like even if you sell 10 t-shirts, right, that's 10 people that are walking around the supermarket on some random day with Nathan Ablett written on the back, and everyone's like, oh, what's that all about? Oh, Speedway, and it gets that conversation going. There's those 10 people could maybe entice another 10 people each, to come and watch Speedway, which is obviously all the better. You see all these football tops everywhere, don't you? And
yeah, that's it.
They've got enough bloody fans.
Yeah, no, I think that's now we've got the opportunity, as I said. People are going to buy that sort of thing now, whereas a few years ago in the British they wouldn't. Now you've got people, whether it be fans of your club that you're riding for, fans of you, people want to buy that stuff. And so yeah, I think it's important to get out there.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get Ben on a second. So Ben, you're only 14, so you're quite a bit younger than the rest of the boys.
Yeah.
So you're when are you 15?
I'm 15 in May this year. So.
When in May?
The 27th. So near enough as the season starts.
That's for the National League.
Yeah. But obviously, as you were saying about the merch and that, but I'm not even making profit from mine because like the pricings are quite expensive anyway, and then we're shipping as well. Like we're saying, if people do want to buy it, like we're trying to buy it in stocks before they even buy it, because there's a 5-week delay on it, I think, with like the COVID and that. So like we're not making any profit because we don't want anyone to like spend more than they should. Like, although it's good like advertisement for myself, but like obviously because I'm younger and I'm only 14, which means I can't work because obviously my age.
You get paper round.
Come on.
Yeah, you can get paper rounds, but like it's not a huge thing. So I'm using like birthday and Christmas money from like what I've saved up over the years as well, and just trying to use that in stock build. And then if someone does say, "Look, can I buy something?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll get it to you within a certain date," because it might take 5 weeks to get to me, and then 5 weeks to deliver it onto someone else. So, trying to buy like merch, and then if someone does want any, try to get out to them as soon as possible. But it's kind of hard with like if you don't have.
Ben, you could tie it in with your cycle. You could cycle to each of the person's house and deliver it by hand.
Yeah. Well, loads of people in Newcastle want them though. Yeah, brilliant. What do each of the lads hope to achieve this year? Here we go. Let's start with Ben. What would you like to achieve this year, Ben?
Well, obviously, like with starting out on the 500 last year, I'm just trying to like try to get as much practice or race meetings as I can, and then obviously if a team's interested when I turn 15 after May, if a team's interested, then hopefully get a National League spot. But obviously if the team's not interested or if I don't feel ready, then obviously just try focus on practicing and racing, trying to get experience so that when I turn 16 or in the future, then I am ready. And obviously then just focus from there and and try like focus on fitness and stuff like that so that I'm in the best shape that I can be.
Have you had any conversations with anyone for National League teams or?
I mean, a few clubs have like said stuff, but obviously it's kind of in the works at the minute because obviously my age as well. So people are like, is he ready? Is he not ready? So, and obviously just going on the 500 now, obviously I haven't shown much of what I can do. Obviously we didn't get as many race meetings or practices as we could with the COVID, but obviously I'm just trying to prove that I am worthy enough for a team place or whatever, and then hopefully crack on from there. So
cool. Jordan, what do you hope to achieve for 2021?
I think there's a big list of what I want to achieve, and again, if you're
well, let's record this, right? We'll record this, and at the end of the season, we'll turn around and see what you've achieved.
It's fine by me. I think, especially after the last few seasons I've had with the injuries and whatever, I think my first port of call is just to have an injury-free season and to enjoy my riding, because as most people know, when I'm enjoying my riding, I'm a different type of rider. I can win races, I can get out the start and things like that. So I think again, just to have an injury-free season, make it my last year in the National League, just try and keep progressing. With Redcar, I want to just stay in the team for the whole season, up my average, really try and make myself part of the team instead of just filling a gap for them. And I've been in talks with a club in Europe in the last couple of weeks, but it's taken a bit of time to go through. I just want to try and, if it doesn't happen right away, then it doesn't happen right away. But towards the end of the season, if not by the winter, I want to have secured a spot in Europe and really kick on with my career now, because I've been investing heavily, as you said, like with all my work, everything I earn, I just try and put it back into Speedway. And, there's only one thing I want to do in life, and that's Speedway, and just to become the best I can. So I think this season, I spoke to a lot of people, and this is going to be the season that really kicks off my career, apart from the first year that I had at Mildenhall before I broke my back. Everything's just kind of been in limbo with me being injured, not in a good place mentally. But I feel like in the past 12 months, everything's fallen into place, and I'm really ready to kick on with my career and establish myself as good rider.
Sounds good. Nathan, what's your ambitions for 2021?
2021, I just want a good year where I missed quite a few meetings when I first went National League with through injuries and things that I picked up. So a good steady year, and I just want to improve. Every time I'm riding and really show what I can do. I don't think I really did in my first year. As I said, maybe I did at times, but I was quite inconsistent. So a consistent, time and show what I can do. Hopefully, I want to, especially towards the end of the year, start pushing and getting a few meetings in the championship, and hopefully get my name into the conversation for 2022, and make sure that I've done everything I can do to be in the championship, and just really push my career on.
Brilliant. And who are you riding for in 2021?
Well, this year I had originally signed at Milden Hall, but I'm not sure, but how common knowledge it is now. But I've spoken to Ian Jordan, and Eastbourne have shown interest in making a national, entering the team into the National League and being an asset of Eastbourne now. I think I've now signed for Eastbourne.
Cool.
And it's great help with, and everyone at Milden always really helped with me, and really understood everything, and they were absolutely perfect with the whole situation. But so this year I'm Eastbourne in the National League, and I'm also the number 8 championship side, so hopefully get a few meetings in there as well.
Sounds good. Let's get Dan on. Dan?
Look, goals for me are a very thought out process, and it takes me a long time to certainly think about my goals for the season, and my goals are based on things, the controllables and things that I can personally control. A lot of goals can be misled, and maybe things that you can't control 100%, but all of my goals are things that I can personally control. But I think for me, going into my first season of championship, it's definitely to progress and learn from the more experienced guys in my team. I think I've got a very good team in terms of experience, and learning from the top riders in my team. Having a 7 times British champion as your number one, it's definitely a great base to learn from. And then you look at the National League, and in 2019, I pretty much only had half a season in the National League due to injury. Breaking my pelvis and having, I think it was 8 or 9 weeks out. So missing majority of the season due to that. So I've only got half a season of National League experience. So it's all about progression and learning at this stage in my career. It's this is where you set your base, and you work from there. So it's always constantly practicing and developing my riding, and always analysing yourself and what you can work on. And I think that's where my goals will be at. And obviously with yourself, it's not just, as you all know, it's not just Speedway that you need to be focusing on. It's also your social media, your fitness, your diet, and it's all things that you can that are going to help you become a professional speedway rider, in which I think everybody in this group wants to be. And if it's just all of these little almost pillars of performance that you need to tick off, and that's what my goals are for. It's not just down to the riding, it's down to the whole package.
Cool. Sounds good. And Archie, goals for 2021?
My goals for 2021 is probably just to aim to improve my average, stay consistent, as Nate said, he's lacking consistency. So I would hope to stay consistent, obviously try and move myself up into the team, and just put myself out there as a spot for the championship of the season after, hopefully.
Cool. And where are you riding this year, bud?
Providing everything goes well, I should be at Newcastle, which is a track I grew up on. I love. Obviously, missing a few years out, I've lost that advantage that I had previously. Hopefully, just muscle memory comes back and I can hit the ground running.
Sounds good. We got a message here from Ben's dad. Why have you signed for Newcastle, Ben? Does your dad love driving?
Well, yeah. I mean, in 2019 we rode for Glasgow, so that was even further. But we got asked to ride for Newcastle in 2020 on the 125s. But obviously the season did get in the way, so we weren't able to. But Steve, the team manager, he stayed with us and he was still in contact with us, and he saw that I was riding the 500 well at like Redcar and Scunthorpe at meetings that he was at, and he said, and he like was interested in me. So we said it's a way of showing how committed we are. Like obviously traveling so much and being down at the bottom end, we have to travel further than most people anyway. So I'm just trying to like show that I am committed to a club and obviously get the race experience that way. And like obviously I'm not just riding one track, I'm riding other clubs like Glasgow, Redcar, or the other teams, Edinburgh. So I'm just trying to get like experience from racing that way. Obviously I think I've only ever been in a race with 4 people once, and that was at the British Amateur Championships. Otherwise it's just been me and Sam McGurk just racing, because there wasn't many in our class, because obviously me and Sam were both 14, so we weren't able to go in the bigger classes because you have to be 15. But obviously I'm just trying to put myself in the shop window for any other clubs that are looking out, so just trying to put myself out there. So
cool. And how long is it from your house to Newcastle and back? Like, how long does it take you?
I'm not completely sure on the time, but I know it's 800 miles, so I think it's around 7 hours ish. But half the time I'm asleep for that, so I don't understand. So obviously Dad does all the driving. So and well, when we were riding for Glasgow, it was on a Friday night, so I had to have school off, and that was 9 hours I think. So but obviously I was trying to sleep for half of it because we leave at 5 in the morning ish, so it was early anyway, and I was trying to get like, so I didn't want to be tired when I was riding because I lose concentration that way. So yeah, it's about
9
6
hours
hours
all through the day.
Pretty much. It's just I'll wake up, I'll jump in the van, and I'll close all the blinds down so that I'll fall asleep, and then I'll wake up. I'll probably wake up before, but if not, I'll wake up at the track and I'll be like, oh, where? And then Dad will be like, oh, I'm dead tired. Dad will be like, oh, I'm dead tired. I just want to get home, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine because I slept half the way. So
yeah. And then so what time do you get home then when you got back from there then? So you'd finish the race meeting. Would your dad sleep on the way home, or would he drive through the night?
No, he'd just go straight home. Well, it'd always be better if, say, we had a practice on Saturday or Sunday, because then we could go to the track, stay van in the car park, and then let's say if we went from Scunthorpe to Redcar to Scunthorpe, then it's not as far, and obviously we'd finish in the meeting early. But if we didn't have anything, then we'd be leaving the meeting at like 10 o'clock, something like that, and then we wouldn't get home till very early hours of the morning. So it's quite late. And
does your dad have anybody that like jumps in the van and helps with the driving or nothing? Was it all on his own?
No, it'd be me and my granddad as well as Dad, but me and Granddad be asleep half the time anyway. So but I think Dad's looking forward to when I turn so when I can drive, because then when I turn 17, he's looking forward to when I can drive, and then he'll say, no, you jump on the wheel now. No, I'm going to bed.
I've seen your van. I don't reckon he'd let you.
I don't know. Hopefully,
but well, anybody who's watching, if there's anybody that's watching that can help Lee Trigger out with some driving, if you like driving and going to Speedway, I'm sure he'd be very welcomed any help. So let's. What's that, Ben?
Well, another reason we signed for Newcastle was obviously that they race on Sundays, which was obviously better because I didn't have to have school off. And then if I say, like, if I wanted to get off school, Dad, I'm tired, can I? He said no, because you can sleep on the way home. So, so it's kind of better for school as well, so that I'm not missing any school. So obviously just trying to work around school and things like that.
I remember when I was younger and when I was at school, we used to go to Swindon on a Thursday, and my mum used to come to the school and go, "Oh, Jerry's got a dentist appointment," and then like some woman would come to the class and go, "Oh, Jerry, you've got a dentist appointment," and I was like, "Have I? I don't think I have," and I was like, "Okay," and then I'd go to the school gates, and mum would be there and be like, "Right, we're going to go to Swindon." I was like, "All right." Well, Swindon's like a 3.5 hour drive after, like, from 2 o'clock at school, and then I'd get home at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, slept a bit in the van, and then go to school the following day. And I did that every week, and they never caught on. They never picked me up on it, going, "Why are you having?" What's that?
You just had rotten teeth. That was the excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a dentist, or it was the doctors, or something. There was something wrong with me every week for about a year. But that's Speedway, and I'm sure we weren't the only people doing the same sort of thing. So, right, boys. Anybody else got anything else to say? Anything you want to ask? I mean, we speak quite regularly. Nearly every day we get there's a little message going around with the boys. So, but yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No, just thank you for this opportunity, and all the help that you're giving us. It's definitely, and started off with the social media side, and I'm really enjoying the process of it, and it's definitely, I'm seeing a lot more interaction, and obviously thanks to all of my sponsors. I know I've got a few of you listening on here tonight, so big thank you to you all, and obviously during a hard year last year, so let's look forward to a strong year and hopefully some racing in 2021. And like I said, I hope to see you all trackside at some point, and so we can have a proper catch up. But for the time being, I hope everyone stays safe, and I hope to see you all at a trackside in May.
For sure. So Skippy has just sent a message, Ben. So he said that once everyone's allowed to mix again, he's more than happy to jump in the van and help Lee out. So that's good. So yeah. So let's leave it there. We 2 weeks ago we had a chat with all the boys with Joe Parsons, talking about sponsorship and how to approach people and things like that, which I think helped the boys immensely. I got a friend of mine who's Libor Podmore, who's a Czech guy. He's 3 times world FMX champion. He's coming on to talk to the boys about the stuff he does and how he keeps his social media interesting. And, he's got some pretty big hits and things like that. And I'm also trying to talk with a guy who works closely with Ken Block to come and talk to the boys again, talking to them about social media and the importance of it and what they should be doing. So, if we can take just 1% of what this guy knows about social media, you boys are all going to be doing good.
Thank you, Jerry.
So,
cheers. Thank you.
Wicked. Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Adios, guys. We'll leave it there. And I've got a phone call next week. We possibly could get the biggest guest that we've ever had on the show. In my personal opinion, I think
Jerry, I'll call you. I'll call you in about 10 minutes, mate.
Yeah. So we've possibly got quite a big guest in the next week or so. So hopefully I'll find out about that, and I'll let you know ASAP. But it's going to be good. All right, guys. See you next Wednesday, and make sure you go and follow, and share all these guys' videos. They're doing amazing, and I'm super proud of what they've achieved in this short time, and we're only going to make it bigger and better.
Mainly do my page though.
Cheers, Jerry. Cheers, Jerry.
Cheers. Thank you,
Cheers.
everyone. Stay
Thank you.
safe.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
See ya. Bye.
Cheers, Darren.